The sun is sunning today. Hey y'all. I've been, you know, wanting to come back and chat for a while. I didn't mean to take such a long hiatus, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just, I don't know. It's a new year. I figure why not catch up, chat, and I'm gonna be trimming my locks like I said. You know, I've had my locks in for about 4 years now, but I've been like, this hair that's on my head has been growing on it since about 2019 at least. 2018, like around that time. So I think it's about time that I do a nice release. And I do have, like, you know, bleach buildup and stuff, and I've dyed my hair before, like, multiple times. So I just feel like, and then like before people start saying, oh, you don't detox, why don't you do that? My hair is dense. Like, and it's not even just the like build up from the color. I have conditioned my hair. Like, after I bleached it, I think I got scared and I started conditioning it because I was like, oh, it feels stripped, da da da. I knew what I was doing when I did it, but it still didn't stop the panic. And I knew that I was gonna regret it. And I I don't regret it because my hair still feels like it still felt fine, but I do sort of regret it because now it's all built up. But I don't mind cutting it. So I already started the back. Like, I did the back of my head probably, I think, like this time last year. Not in January, but like between like November and December 2023. I started combing out my locks because of all the buildup, and I would comb it from the bottom, and I realized that so much of it was falling out. And I was like, I didn't continue doing it throughout the year too much, just because like I was going from back to front, and that shit was gonna look real stupid really fast in my head. So I was just like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna continue doing that. And then I combed out some in the front. Um, I don't know. It's kind of cute, and I did some around the sides just to like help myself. But it also was like starting to be painful having all of the hair right there. So I was like, I'm gonna just help myself. I know I may look a little bit rough, but I just washed my hair yesterday and I feel great. I feel great. I'm finally reaching that wash and go stage with my hair. So I'm like, I mean, like, not like, but kind of like, like I'm excited, but I'm also nervous because I don't know. What is my hair going to look like? How is it going to change over time? But I'm excited for my hair to be more moisturized though, no cap. Because it did dry out. Look at the lock. Hold on. Look at that. So dense. I'm not really caring whether or not they're the same length, because it doesn't matter. I'm gonna comb out these pieces that I left because I want colored tips. I think it's cute, and I like the way the little natural curls look on the end. It keeps me from, well, like, I like being reminded of what my hair texture is. Okay, I'm not gonna say it keeps me from wanting to shave my head, because that's not it at all. I do not want to be hairless. I don't want to have no hair again. That was way harder than doing locks, because it's like I got to deal with my hair growing, and I had to do things with it. Like, it's nothing you can really do with it. I'm good. I don't want to deal with that. And then you have to do it. You have to do it. Anyway, I'm cutting the hair. This is what happens when I be yapping. I wanted to light an incense, set a vibe with y'all, but you know, whatever. I'm having fun. It doesn't matter. Everyone's here. Let's see. Look at it already. Kind of cute. I think the fragrance of this is cherry. Like when I first picked it up, I was like, shit, I don't know what this is, but I think it's cherry because it smells kind of sweet like a girl, but it's not the Jamaican fruit. And I have rose, but you know, rose don't smell like cherry. Rose smell like rose. I started in the front, not really thinking about it, but I love it. So cute. Yeah, this is gonna be cute. I was afraid to I was hesitant to do this for so long because I was like, yo, like my hair actually is like I did wanted to get rid of all of this like colored part, like either by combing it out or whatever. And I was just like, I don't want to have like short hair because like it's just so much to deal with. Like having short hair is harder to style. And like I was in the get ready quick, like I'm not trying to deal with none of this. And usually because like my hair used to merge at the roots really bad. Like no matter what, like if I shampooed it, I had to retwist it. I had to style it. Like I had to do something with it so that it wasn't like just in the way and have like just damage control really. That's what I'm doing. But I did my wash yesterday and I realized that I did not have to do that. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm like, I don't have to do this much damage control. Like I don't have to put my hair in a ponytail when I get in the shower anymore. I don't have to do that. I'm like, oh, that's nice. So I could just, you know, guilt free. So like this is important to me because like for one, yes, like I've had this hair, like my hair has been locked since 2020, but I've been growing my hair out since about 2018. And like my hair grows pretty fast. I've trimmed it, cut it and stuff. So I did a big chop around 2018 when I graduated high school. And what's it called? You know, sidebar, I saw a video of kids trying to say that those of us born in 2000 are considered old. That's nuts. We're gonna be 25 this year and we're the old ones. Like that's how young, like that's the youngest old age. Chill. I'm just a girl. I still feel like a baby. Like chill. Oh man, like I don't like this lighting. I'm gonna have to suck it up with the sun. But it's just us here, so it doesn't matter. That works. That works. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna be able to flip my hair like that no more. To get it out the way, I'm gonna have to like use a headband or get like a hair clipper or tie or something to keep my hair out of my face. And I'm not gonna be able to use the ends as ponytail holders no more. I mean, it's gonna grow back, you know? It's gonna grow back. Like, I'm not too attached. Oh, you see my ruby? I made this from raw rubies that I got from the Hoodoo store Magdalena's. And that is Richmond's one and only very first Black woman owned, Black indigenous woman owned Hoodoo store. I've really enjoyed them and I've been watching them for a while and they've been watching me, and I really want to, I don't know if I should say that out loud, but I really do want to like work with them. Like I just want to be closer to that. Like I've been in my practice for about like 10 years now. I started when I was 14, y'all. Like, and on my own too. Like no guidance, no none of that. Like really ancestor led, because like look at, okay, I'm rambling, but like it's so much, but I'm a you know, really ancestor led through my craft and discovery. But like the things that I came across really blessed me like immediately. Like Okay. I know I'm saying like a lot because I'm excited. So, boom. When I was 14, I like found like, I was always curious in witchcraft, but I didn't know that it was actually something that you could look up, that was acknowledged, that was generally respected. I didn't know that. I didn't think any of that shit. So, I mean, it didn't even cross my mind, I wasn't on the internet as much. I didn't have like that, I don't know how to put it. I just wasn't using the internet for shit like that. I used the internet to read on Wattpad. You know what I'm saying? Like, and write poetry and get into like games and stuff. Like, I was playing on the computer. I wasn't, and then like scrolling Tumblr. I did always wonder what tarot cards were back then, but like I didn't know how to look that stuff up, and you know, I didn't want to raise any red flags, so I just chilled. But then I finished an assignment in history class, and I got like really interested. And like I was clicking through. Like they had a thing on. They had an info page. It was just an info page about, but objective. It was an objective research thing. And I was like, okay, Satanism. And then it was like Wicca, like paganism, I think, and then Wicca, and then witchcraft. And so immediately, excuse me, from the jump, I knew that all of those things were different. Even if they were very similar, it was brought about to me a different, like, as it was like a different thing. So please, I understand, I get it. Like when people be like Wicca, witchcraft, like it sounds the same. And I fell in that same like understanding at first too, but it's not the same. It is not the same. One is a religion. And that's really why I was curious about like getting into a craft. Like I didn't have a good like foundational relationship with the divine. So like I was just like, I want to find like a way of being a ritual and practice that doesn't involve a god. Like inherently I need to do these things to appease a god, or because it was that type of shit was so, it seemed so harmful to me. It seemed so harmful to me, and I was not into it at all. So I was like, nah, fuck that. Yo, what if my hair comes out looking crazy? Crazy. Because I'm not measuring or anything. That would be nuts. But I don't think it's going to come out crazy. I think it's going to come out fine. I sort of like gave up on a lot of the lint and stuff because I know I was going to comb them out eventually. And it's like gook. It's like gook. Yo. So, yeah. I'm going to keep on repeating myself. Like, yeah, I just want to comb them out. Like, I'm going to comb them out. It's going to be mad cute. Mad cute. Like, I already have the back. And I'm going to just recomb these too. Because I gave up. I was like, I'm not going to keep on combing these shits. I'm lazy. That's why I like my hair in the first place. I'm not going to keep on with that shit. So, I mean, it's going to be mad cute though. So, y'all going to see. But on Instagram, I'm still going to be posting pictures from when my hair was longer, because they still look the fuck good, and you've never seen them before. So I'm gonna post it. Anyway, where were we? We were talking about my beginner witchy stuff. I don't even know where I was in all of that. Yeah, I've been a witch for about 10 years now, and in study and practice, just in exploration and all of that, in the knowing, in the yeah, I was 14, and now 10 years later, I am deepening my practice. I'm expanding, what it means for me to be, a practitioner. It's like of magic, but really like within spirituality, a practitioner of a spirituality. Because like when I think, don't get me started, I've been learning. I've been learning like unspoken histories, just things that we don't typically learn. And like I'm really deeply interested and passionate about spirituality. So coming across like what's her Marimba Ani, Miss Ma'am, yes ma'am. I watched her interview, and it like one of her interviews like really stuck with me, and it like changed my whole everything. um I've been reading this book, Let the Circle Be Unbroken. My bestie got it for me for Christmas. I've been wanting it and wanting it, so I got it, and I've been reading it. And but yeah, like I had came to the understanding of like witching and witchcraft as like spirituality and practice, because I've been reading Let the Circle Be Unbroken, and like there were things that's been on my heart that I've been trying to unravel pertaining to like spiritual practices and the like way that it's been depicted, like African spirituality and ATRs. I've just been like, like I want to learn more about different ATRs, but I still don't believe in any, like I don't have to practice with the deity. Like ancestor veneration is cool. I do this bloodline work because, like mostly because like it just makes sense. Like I want to like working with my ancestors in my bloodline and us like gathering together, us healing each other. I'm like trying so that like these things don't get passed on down the line. But man, oh man, man, oh man. Mm-mm. But yeah, like spirit veneration. But I love engaging with the divine and divine spirits. So the way that I got into my craft was purely like self-guided, but it was ancestor guided in my opinion, because like I came across witchcraft and I've read into it, and I was like, that's not it for me. Like whatever this is not it. And then like it was until I found what an eclectic witch was, and I came across what is this sect of magic called chaos magic. Aleister Crowley, I think he coined that one too, along with Wicca. And respect for it, because chaos is like the way that it is depicted. And Kellyanne Maddox on YouTube, like she's the person that like when I looked it up, she was the video that came up, and it taught me exactly what I needed to know. And I didn't look at any other videos. I think since like a couple of videos from her, like a couple years later. But it was like after I saw that, it was over. Like I'm in there. I know that, and through actual practice, I'm learning. So like I got a hold of some things that I could practice and started learning. I I started like, it was like, those like spells online and forums. I would try them, and then I was like, maybe this isn't for me. And I'd do something different. I'd look up things, I'd find pages in the Book of Shadows online and try those out. And like, I don't know. I couldn't tell whether or not they worked. I didn't really find it important to write it down. So I don't have anything written down. Thank you, past Ivy. I still don't really write much down, but I write more down than I did before. So shout out present me, I guess. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah. But I didn't even dibble and dabble. I was really into it. So getting into chaos magic and getting into eclectic witchcraft, I was like, okay, I can do this. Like, one, being a witch, I don't have to bow to any god. Like, this practice is something that's cultivated for me. And I wasn't actively thinking this practice is something cultivated for me. I was thinking like it'd be so cool to be a witch and have powers. It'll be so cool to be able to like put like my intention out in the world, or like to do things. I wanted to be telekinetic. Like I really like to be psychic, but to be like able to move shit with my mind, the most tangible thing. This is real. I can do it. That was my dream. Being psychic was not what I expected it to be. But, you know, whatever. It doesn't even look or feel like I've been cutting my hair. Maybe I should do more. I'm joking, I'm joking. Ooh, I forgot something over here. Man, oh man, oh man. Oh, this one was cut. Okay. I'm gonna just show y'all. It's only like a few inches that I'm cutting off. About like 2. And then like maybe trim a little bit more if I don't like how long it is compared to the others around it, you know. It kind of looks choppy, kind of looks dumb, but I don't know. It feels better now that I'm gonna like, I know that I was gonna comb it out, but comb out the ends, the colored parts, well, the lightened parts, I guess. I knew that I was gonna comb it out, but now this gives me a good like starting ground, because this part was gonna break off anyway. Sad fallen soldiers, thank you for your beauty and, you know, the lock and V you created. Now we must go on to be free from the shackles of leftover color and build up in my locks, all the lint and the I'm a rambler, guys, if you haven't noticed, and I'm not the best at getting back to topic. So if at any point there's a topic that I touched on that you want to hear more about, just let me know and I'll create a more structured video around talking about that. I can do that at the very least, because I know that I'll be talking about a lot. I didn't even start talking, like, I think I kind of talked about what I wanted to get into, but I don't even know. It was just a chat. Being a beginner, which was hard though, because I didn't really have anyone to ask real questions to, and I didn't even know what questions to have. I didn't know where to start or what to do. And there wasn't a lot of content about it that I got access to through the most that I looked for it. And I was like, you know, maybe that's for the best. Like, I wasn't gonna follow what people said word for word anyway. I just wanted to know what practices were and like what was it that I needed like to do that made sense. Like the rituals and stuff and a lot of the resources that I saw were like, I don't know, it was just excruciatingly white and it didn't feel rooted in anything like spiritual. I couldn't feel I couldn't feel the it in the practice. Like, it just seemed like something to do because it was a doing to be, done. And some things, like, I've been, like, for a while, like, I did do, like, rituals just to do them. Like, it was like, okay, like, this seems like, the right thing to do. Like, a ritual at this time or for this thing, like, I'm gonna do it, or I'm gonna use these, I'm gonna call upon the properties of these things and infuse it with intention or whatever and let that be the magic. But it kind of just didn't really suit me. I don't know, like I felt a lot of disconnect with a lot of different things. It wasn't really, like, nothing was really doing it for me. So then, I sort of left it alone, like the idea of being a witch. I didn't like leave it alone entirely. Like, I still consumed everything witchy. I love the idea of being a witch. I was still thinking about it. I was still like resourcing notes and getting into like, educating myself. And I would still try different things. Like, I did charms. I did small spells that I could see the evidence of my power in, or whatever. But it wasn't anything that felt impactful. I was like, I could do more. I could get deeper. And then I got my first tarot deck. I bought it with a Barnes & Noble gift card I got from my godmom. I had it for years and years and years because she gave it to me because I had a Nook. I never bought books on that Nook. Had to confess. It's hard to find books that I like and that I'd be interested in. You gotta, it's like a buy to try, really. And so I wasn't really into it. And I was reading on Wattpad. I was like, I got books right here. books written that I love, that I can just consume, that I don't have to worry about. So, you know, shout out to Wattpad back then. I used that gift card and I bought my first tarot deck from Barnes and Noble. I bought the Wild and Unknown Tarot Deck gift set, the box set with the book, and I bought it pre-order. Then the shipment was denied. I said denied, it was delayed. Some things happened. So I didn't get it right away. I totally forgot about it. They gave me a refund and then I bought it again. And I got it and it shifted shit. Like I was like, yo, like I'm a witch. And it's like, how do I get this stuff anyway? How do I get in this thing anyway? I don't know. The way that I was guided through these things and brought to different parts of my practice, it just felt like it was still like looking back, I can tell that I was meant to get to this point. Like I was meant to take that self-starter spiritual path because everything that I found, everything that I learned, not just from like, I stopped learning from other people. Like I realized that like it was better for me to like try to understand concepts for myself and experiment and source things out for myself. And I had a deep skepticism after I like looked into enough resources that were available for witchcraft and seeing that there was none really available for like Black people, like by Black people, that wasn't about Wicca. I wasn't interested and I really like shied away. I was like, no, I'm not into this at all. And I went down my own path of figuring shit out because that's what I thought was, you know, the smartest thing to do. And I still think that it was. A lot of the truths and things that I've come to, like I came to through like this, my study of tarot, and through on YouTube finding other Black practitioners, whether they called themselves a witch or not, whether their practice was eclectic or not, and whether they did tarot or not. But finding them and learning from them and understanding that there's levels to this shit and how deep it can really get, how many levels I can, like, not just me, but that can be achieved. That really inspired me. It changed me, but it encouraged me to constantly seek things for myself and to seek evidence for myself in this practice. And eventually, like, I got to this point where I'm like, yo, being a witch is literally like what they call witchcraft. Because this last year, I was like, yo, like, I don't feel like a witch. Like, more and more, not even just last year. Well, last year, of course, including, but it was like, I think I posted on Threads that like 2022 was when that shit started. 2022 was when it was like, yo, what the hell? Like, I don't feel like a witch. Whatever the stuff y'all calling witchcraft, I don't feel like that. Like, I don't resonate with that. Like calling it witchcraft, like, it doesn't feel like a witch. But then, like, it came, like, I'm full circle now. I'm like, yo, like, yes, like, they think that this is witch, and what it is like spirituality and practice, like ritualized like things. Like, it's not even crazy to think it's like a inherent connection with the earth and showing veneration through our physical actions and embodiments and being free in ourselves to express. It's like they were the way that the way that should be translated and like approached when you're unfamiliar with what you're looking at, like you have an untrained eye, the way that shit be, or if you want to control the narrative and demonize a set of people, bro, that shit be it be it be ew, out of here. Like, look at how stiff they are. Like, this is how you know they need to be like calmed out. Like, which you can also see why I didn't want to just cut it off right here. Then it's going to be impossible to pull that shit up. But now it's all short. It's like kind of. It's like barely. I can still flip it, right? But yeah, that spirituality stuff, I was like, yo, oh my God. So now, like, that I'm full circle, I'm like, okay, processing all of that, I'm realizing that, like, as I'm like learning my practice and like unveiling different things, and I'm like naturally being drawn because I'm hugely intuitive. Part of me, like in my practice, is that like I don't like Googling stuff. So I just go with my intuition and like build a practice, build a ritual or whatever, including herbs and stuff, and I'll just look it up later. Um, and I forget to write down the impact of stuff, but I'll look it up later to see like what if anything to be like to look out for. But it's like to be on the lookout period and see like if is it the same effect or is it different. And like a lot of times like certain things don't really yield. Like my practice is like I'm seeing that certain things, I don't know, it's not for me. So I'm still learning and all of that, but that to get to the last point I guess was that I was I'm interested in like doing an apprenticeship maybe and learning more about practice period, like not necessarily like just expanding my own, but like being in community and being around other people who's doing it and who knows and who's been in practice forever. Like I want more of that in my life. I definitely do. And I'm just excited for what that means for me. Now, I think I can do another video talking about more about like why I cut my hair and if you're interested, because I'm looking and I feel like if I want to continue talking about that stuff, I can talk about it another time. But I'm not gonna tell you what it was either. So anyway, I'm gonna get off the phone and I forgot some. Look, now I had to go through. Oh, y'all. All of these were undone. You aren't gonna tell me. I didn't show y'all the back of my head, so how was you gonna know? It's okay. It's okay. I forgive y'all. But can't you see from where I was already combing them out? At some point, like when I was combing them all the way up, and then I was like, yo, like my hair's gonna look retarded. And then like I would comb some out and then just stop. And I was like, yo, I have to comb all of them and then stop, or else my hair is gonna look too uneven. And that's how I got to this point where they look like this. And so like even still, like they're not as like it's not all the hair that I had. Like it's actually like this is the last of the locks that I started with, actually, now that I feel it. Like this be like new growth from when I started my locks, because how it bunched up, it's the last of the first wave. Cutting that shit off, like been through a lot. Like something. Okay, last thing I'm gonna mention. Okay, last thing, because I don't want this video to be too long. Last thing I want to mention is that while I was writing down like ideas of what stuff that I wanted to talk about in this video, the last thing that came up was that like energy, I'm cleansing my head. Like pretty much like this all of this is. I'm cleansing my head from like going through what I've been through in life. It's not a lot. Like it hasn't, like it doesn't seem like it's been a lot. I'm gonna just be like that. But I've been processing old wounds, and it's like, of course, like that includes processing old wounds. Like my hair is like, that shit was not going to be redeemed, that shit was going to come out anyway. So I cut it all off. My hair is going to grow. It's fine. It barely looks like I lost anything. Like my shit still look good. And now I can like move forward to do the next step with my hair guilt free. Like don't have to worry about a goddamn thing. Like, and then like I don't look too dumb. It's choppy, but it don't look too crazy. But I just want to be able to feel like clean from like all the way down. And I realized that like the way that energy be traveling, like even through my hair, it would come down in here and just get stuck from all the buildup and all the the muck and the guck. And I'm like, well, yeah, like that makes sense. You know, symbolically, you know, because it's like coming down, it's raining down on me, and it'll get stuck. And it does get stuck. And symbolically, I want to be able to just rinse all of that out and release all of that and move through with freshness, move through with like cleanliness and newness. Just move through. You know, like I don't really feel stuck in life. I like the energy still feels forward moving. I do my shadow work, like, well, I do my spirit work, period. Like, I'm deep. Like, when I say deeply, y'all are gonna know. Y'all gonna find out just how deep this spirituality it goes. Like, I've been paying attention. Like, but yeah, I just like letting the energy just move all the way through. I'm here for this. But anyway, I'm gonna get off the phone with y'all. I said I was gonna be that one last thing, and I meant it. I'm gonna be back soon. Like, it's no stress. This was fun. And yeah, I may not have the same energy always. I may not have the same like excitement in my voice always, because hey. But you know, I trust and believe that I am held here. This is my space, the fuck. So if you fuck with me, subscribe, stay around, and I'll see you next time.